completely gray, just one green AR, barely any bullets. But I feel like it's like widely spread out. It's a process. These guys will get that loot. It'll just take time. They'll have to fight these weird sentinels around them, kind of like Cease and Ocus, trying to stop them in the process. There's this one off chest beside a reboot van, picking up a harpoon from it. Now this is looking a lot better than it just was a few seconds ago.
Oh, look at that. Great flying here. There's over 7,000 documented rare diseases impacting over 10% of the population. It's 30 million people in the US. So the rare disease trying to do just that. And yo, shout out to people donating for it, because Art Resign is here to fix my heart. He drops a $20 donation. Let's go, Art, man. Thank you so very much. I feel better already. Let me tell you. Let's see if it's going to be enough for Edgy, though, who's in a 1v1 shot, and all his teammate just in time. Okay. So Highsky's here to help save Edgy Slow Poor Heart as well.
We'd like to see that. Chiefy got shaken down, though. Not good to see for him. And his dual partner that must have been looked at as Unite, actually. The server's ending up playing an actual game. And he's kind of giving Highsky the work right now. The edit's there to the pyramid, dropping the box. He's jumping straight into Highsky's face, but it's Highsky, man. And it's smelling like Highsky season. So you're not going to be able to drop in that box. You're not going to be able to do the damage. That's a quick wrap up.
Hey, man. Highsky season has returned. Well played for him. 2 elims right there, clutching up big time. That was an opens qualifier team that was taken out there. Unfortunately, getting dropped out of game number 2. Luckily for him, there's 4 more great matches in front here today. And again, for anyone that just qualified, probably for the first time to what would be a grand finals-esque stage, this is a very much learning experience for most of them. Here's TRNL's Trashy and Extra's Mighty stepping up now, trying to figure things out and get sorted. Look at this, though. You get to see the map shot. And it seems like now things have sort of simmered down, but I see a fight breaking out actually outside of Misty, so got to be careful when that storm surge or the storm line is rolling up.
Yeah, I think this is the fight right now. It's Illis and Slacks versus Regulator and Ladies Man, and these guys are already knocked out.
They're swinging on by, and they found a solo on the way there. Guys, drop a donation right now to save this man. If you don't, he's going to get taken out. Don't let him go down like this. No, Saf moves in. You guys weren't fast enough. I'm disappointed. He goes down. Wait, but you can save Saf? Can you? Oh, gosh, 2 HP.
Saf is saved.
Did someone do it?
Saf is saved. He's up there. He has the med kit. He has the minis as well. He'll survive. Voiled, though, trading revives with Vix. That's kind of ironic. Teammates both getting knocked and now both getting revived.
Mr. Savage goes down in the feed there. Oh, Rokane finds Vix with the last bullet through the build. Through the turbo hold. It wasn't enough. What? Unfortunate.
That, I'm not even going to call that luck. That has to be divine intervention or something. I guess Vix down. He's eliminated too, and except he's not going to be able to survive on the backside. He ripped it away. Ooh, Rokane almost bumped into it, but he's in such a good spot.
Oh, they're going to take it.
Okay. Guess we're going up.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to work out. There's some high ground to be grabbed here off of this.
On an elevation of 500 meters. Yeah. That is insane to traverse, even if you're on max height.
That's a good point. That is a very good point. It goes up and down, and I mean, granted, we'd like to have high ground, but when it goes straight off, like off a cliff, that's a problem. You got to know how to, again, travel those and not get broken down in the process. So it's a map burner too, right? That's one of the few times you see height have to burn a lot of material. Talk about decisions to be made. New Llama goes down for making a bad one. Sits too far in the back of the storm line. Shout out to the production team. Puts the game time for Eclipse and Furious looking out in the distance. I do wonder where they went to drop since they did mix it up. Like I said before, Furious was the king of Lazy Lakes. Now, that last game, it was a ghost town for Bucky and Creo, who managed to force everyone on out. This team not looking too hot right now. Jamper gets slammed on from multiple angles. Potentially here for a second, Bucky and Creo. We're back on the screen. Single Elim, not too bad.
One of the guys over from the open bracket qualifier, controlling height for this zone. The best position, honestly, to be in, even with the shockwaves. How crazy this zone can get. Especially in the half and half. It actually closes in on the mountain.
Yeah.
One of the best spots in the game.
That's going to be a nightmare for some, a blessing for the others that are up above. Let's see. Glace looks like he gets taken out. Trashy goes down as well. That's a duo straight wiped out. 45 players remain. It's partially due to the fact that this zone is a tough one to move. Let's see now. What do they have to work with? I mean, bouncers, not too bad.
They have a few 23 duels alive, though it's a little bit lighter than last time, but that's because of the zone. We're talking about how difficult it was to navigate in an end game. It's even more difficult, I think, from that 4th to 5th zone locking in to find the best spots to be in. So it has raised down the lobby quite a bit. Usually we would have about 50 locked in, but about 3 less duels right now, and we are going above and beyond the mountain into retail row. So from elevation to complete natural low ground, these guys are about to play 3 different games of Fortnite in one zone.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're just tuned in for the first time here on the PracticeServer Twitch channel, we're in the middle of a charity tournament. It's game number 2. All proceeds are going to CRD, a first of its kind nonprofit biotechnology company developing medicine for kids impacted by rare diseases. So we are very much not only hosting high tier competition like Mighty singing up on players, but we're doing it for a good cause here. All highlights and support brought to you by the community and the organizations help making this all possible here. Mighty add 5 eliminations. My gosh, talk about popping off here for the charity today.
Oh, they're doing really well, and they're pushing up even higher to make sure they have a good base. Slacks and Illis also meet up and group through. Now we're going to transition from Mountainous gameplay all the way down to the buildings, and the grass of low ground up in retail row. Minnie's up there, has a new text though on the box, and Minnie does not have Trashy anywhere nearby so far, so need to find each other at some point. Still, Storm Surge active, 6 people need to go down. Once the next zone ends up locking in. Oh my god, Minnie gets blocked slightly. 5 Elims though, he is popping off, and he's found Trashy.
He actually found for a second there. It looked like it was the enemy. He even blocked too. Too quick on the draw there. Allows him to stay in the game though. Big pots in the inventory. Perfect time to catch him and pop him as well. 20 duos now remaining in the game. Textbook block for the backside as well. Every 3 builds roughly or so. Protecting his layer, making sure they don't get snuck up on. Now, Saf on the other perspective, 4 elims for them. Having a pretty good game here. Remember, every placement threshold is now going to start adding up quickly here. Players are going to drop. Zayt finds a rift to go. In all the chaos, Saf does as well, and yes, it allows him to stay alive here. Couple pings, though, will take him out the game. Deemer and Hyro are the players on height as the surge is ringing right now in the low grounds. I'm seeing big names, though.
Wait a minute.
Stretching Commandment. Bucky, what do you see, Shyo?
It's big changes. Deemer and Hero got taken over by Haz and Nutex, but they got taken over by Rokane and Voil, but then they got taken over by Zayt and Saf on height, so it's a complete height take chaos game mode going on up top right now, but Saf is running a mats. He's low on HP, 6 in his pool, but he gets taken out. Zayt as well, bit off a bit more than he could handle, a bit more than he could chew, going up for heights, and now he is in trouble, only with 33 HP. A gray AR shot will be enough, it looks like, to end up taking him out. There are the shots coming through. It's not going to be enough just yet. He's finding his way through this big labyrinth vertically. This is insane, Zayt. How are you alive?
It's working out for him right now. He needs a siphon ASAP. He doesn't even have time to pop these minis. He's too paranoid now to stop. He just wants to find a fight. And yes, he gets 1. He gets 2. He's back in the game here. That's the highlight. Clip it and ship it. And don't forget to donate while you're at it. 6 elims here for Zayt and Saf now. And that's a quick ramp up. He's back in the game.
22 mats to build with as well. That's about 6 boxes you can put down. Big shot to the charge as well. He's controlling his enemy right in front, but the spray was not enough. Taken out at 10th. He got a lot more placement than he should have that game, but he earned it.
Absolutely. Josephine, thank you for the $1 contribution as well. Don't forget the top of the hour. You can drop $1. We want those trains to keep going here. Voil and Rokane are now trying to find some placement, but hold up. Voil finds a knock onto Bully, and it gets fully finished off, which means Trashy is out as well. So players getting melted left and right here, falling out of the competition. Voil still has so much heals and just enough material to go ahead and find a moment, but there's players everywhere here.
Yeah, he's about 2 more boxes left, and he gets dropped down and beamed out. The height takers are now all down. The only ones left so far are Haz and Nutex. Nutex gets deleted completely from the conversation. All up to Haz now with no mats. Fury is taken out. The clips say nowhere to be found afterwards as well. Haz with a big elim. He's getting focused from all sides, though. It's chaos on all corners. He cannot find any place to stay calm. Going up for the shot that does not land. 19 HP, no builds, and he gets taken out by Illis and Slacks, who are on height.
Let's see what Polaris can do. No, he jumps into a box, get met with AV and Centidare. Big tags here. Attack, so powerful in these final moments. It's going to be all 50-50s moving here forward. AV falls to the storm line. It's up to Centid now to try and find a clutch, an opportunity, a moment. Yes, there are going to be floppers. Has to pop one. And no, all he had to do was actually hit the shot, and he would have won. Stretch had no HP left, but how do you make that decision in those final moments?
This is how things were just for that last game in general. Stretch Commandment 51 points at the top. Slacks and Illis 48 right behind. Scented and AV living up large in that game with the 44. Zayt and Saf down there in 10th place. Polarize and NPen picking up. We were talking about a monster where with these guys,